am here to formally introduce my book to you. This is the book that you've been waiting for, and here I am. It is Overcoming Daycare Burnout, Steps to Living Your Best, Your Very, Very Best Daycare Life, Your Best Daycare Life. You know, this book is for daycare providers, home daycare providers specifically, and moms, parents, caregivers. As long as you've got a kid in your care, this book is for you. Yeah, because this book talks about the best practices that I've used over the years and how I have implemented these in the daycare for the children to show up so happy. These children don't show up in my daycare happy just because, by chance. It's something that I had to grow through. I won't even say I went through some journeys, but I grew through them. Because I think attitude is everything, and sometimes we don't even realize what we're going through until we realize that we grew into something. And I blossomed because of my experiences, and I can show up a happy camper day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and now I can add decades to it. Yeah, these gray hair ain't for nothing. So I would love for you guys to go out and get this book on Amazon. It's on Amazon, and what it presents is tips on how to get your kids involved in nature. It's not just nurture, but we get them involved. Yes, we're daycare providers. We teach, we mold, and we love on these kids. Yeah, we are teachers. And as teachers, we're teaching these little citizens of tomorrow how. We're teaching them how to problem solve, how to think for themselves. We'd rather have independent kids than dependent kids. And for you to have independent thinkers, critical thinkers, how do you mold them? So get out, get this book on Amazon. It is worth purchasing. And I specifically got this book in a big format. It's like a magazine, so when you flip through the pages you can actually see the words and you can read, so it's not something that you need to get your glasses to read. So get out and get this book. And I've been operating this daycare for quite some time, and over the years I have seen and I've observed how children operate. And I just had to put this in the book. I'm wearing everything on my sleeve and I'm speaking my truth. How did I end up here? How can I talk about the experience in such a frank matter for everyone to read and see what you can tweak, how you can add something, or what you can take away? Because I learn every day. We're always learning. We're in this world as learners. And if we operate from a space of learning, then we know that we don't always have the solutions. But even though we don't always have the solutions, what can we put out there that is working for us? And I can only speak my truth because this is what is working for me. And how I show up a happy daycare provider. And I would love for us to have dialogue, open dialogue. Yes, I have a degree in child psychology, and I've been doing countless training, for me to know how to reach that child. What am I going to use to reach the child? Children learn not on the same day, not in the same way. So we have to find things to reach that child. And with COVID going on now, there are so many things that are stressing us out. We have to find a way to take care of us. If we do not have a way to be calm, if we are not operating from a space of truth and centering in ourselves for us to give, then what is there to give when we're stressed out? And you don't want to operate in a space of stress. As much as how we don't want to operate in a space of stress, there are days when we are tired. And you know that, I know that, and the whole world know that, So when we're tired, what are some things that we can do when we're tired? What are some things that we can do to continue to be happy, to continue to teach the children? How can we use what we have in our environment? How can we operate knowing that there are days when we just don't want to show up? But guess what? There's the grand outside, and the children learn a lot in nature. So get outside and just put them in nature and take your classroom outside and find ways to tweak your learning. I wanted to also talk about something that is happening right here, right now with me. A parent gave me this praying mantis. It's not the praying mantis I have in my picture or in my book. That's another one that we had in the summer. And she is dying. She just laid her eggs maybe a couple days ago. You can see from here. Oops. See? She's lifeless. She just laid her eggs. And after they lay their eggs, they go kerplop. So I have her here trying to just love her a little bit before she passes on. This is what a praying mantis egg looks like. This is one that we had in the summer, and they laid the egg. There's so many lessons that children learn when they get outside in nature and when you really teach them with nature. Whether it's death, whether it's how things grow. So as much as how this is happening right now, the children are seeing the cycle of life. Daycare providers, we have so many things to teach children. And because we operate in a space of truth, there's so many teachable moments. I'd love to have conversations with you. When you read the book, open the floor, leave reviews, let me know what you think. Let us dialogue with what's in the book. What's your daycare environment like? Do you have outdoor learning? Do you have an assistant? Do you ask for help? How do you take care of yourself? What are the steps that you take to avoid burnout? What is your story? We all have a story. What is your story? How do you have your client relationship? Or how is your client relationship? Do you communicate with your clients? How do you communicate with them? We're going through some trying times right now. Some really trying times. What kind of activities do you have in your classroom? How do you build your curriculum? Is this book an answer to everything? I don't think we have answers to everything. Even though we don't have answers to everything, there are a lot of tips in this book. And as I said, I had to grow through it for me to be here showing up a happy camper. Again, this book is available on Amazon. Get out there and let's dialogue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, congratulations to me! Congratulations to me! Congratulations to me! I wrote a book. All right, guys. Lots of love. Miss Sue.